Wait, New Year in April? You know how January 1st is New Year's Day? Well, in some countries like Thailand and Cambodia, they celebrate it again in April, huh? Why? It's a question that takes us on a journey through time and across cultures. Turns out it's not just about culture, it's about the stars, the seasons, and how people have always tracked time. For as long as humans have looked up at the night sky, we've sought patterns, meaning, and a way to make sense of our place in the cosmos. The calendar in its many forms became our guide. Let's go back to the beginning and see why calendars exist in the first place. We'll journey from the ancient Mesopotamian astronomers to the rice paddies of Southeast Asia, unraveling the celestial dance that shapes our understanding of time and new beginnings. Imagine yourself thousands of years ago, long before smartphones told you the date. How would you know when to plant crops? How could you predict the return of migrating herds? Survival depended on understanding the rhythms of nature, and those rhythms were written in the stars and the seasons. Early humans observed the cycles of day and night, the waxing and waning of the moon, and the dance of the sun across the sky. They noticed that certain star patterns coincided with the changing seasons, bringing rain, heat, or cold. This knowledge, passed down through generations, became the foundation of the calendar. But calendars weren't just about practicality. They were intertwined with religion, power, and the very fabric of society. Priests and astronomers held the knowledge of the heavens, dictating the best times for planting, harvesting, and even waging war. The calendar became a tool not just for survival but also for social order and spiritual connection. From the fertile plains of Mesopotamia to the jungles of Mesoamerica, civilizations developed unique calendars tailored to their environments and beliefs. They observed the stars, tracked the sun's movements, and devised ingenious systems to measure the passage of time. These early calendars, though different in their details, shared a common purpose: to connect humanity with the cosmos, to predict the future, and to find order in the seemingly chaotic dance of the heavens. Our journey takes us to ancient Mesopotamia, the cradle of civilization nestled between the Tigris and Euphrates rivers. Here, under a canopy of brilliant stars, skilled astronomers meticulously charted the movements of celestial bodies. They were particularly drawn to a constellation we know as Aries, the Ram. Why Aries? Because in those times, around 4,000 years ago, when the sun entered the constellation of Aries, it marked the arrival of spring. The vernal equinox, a time of rebirth and renewal, became the starting point for the Babylonian calendar. This Babylonian calendar, a marvel of its time, divided the year into 12 months, each roughly aligned with a lunar cycle. But they faced a problem. A lunar year is shorter than a solar year by about 11 days. To keep the calendar in sync with the seasons, they added an extra month every few years. The Babylonian calendar's influence spread far and wide, leaving its mark on the Persian Empire and even reaching the ancient Greeks. It laid the groundwork for our understanding of timekeeping, highlighting the enduring human fascination with the cosmos. But the story of the calendar doesn't end there. It continues to evolve as we travel east, to a land where the stars hold a different kind of sway. In the ancient Indian subcontinent, a sophisticated understanding of astronomy flourished. Scholars developed intricate systems for tracking the sun's movement, not just against the backdrop of constellations, but against the fixed stars themselves. This practice, known as sidereal astronomy, allowed them to pinpoint the exact moment when the sun entered Aries, marking the beginning of the year. This typically occurred in mid-April, giving rise to the New Year celebrations we see in parts of South and Southeast Asia today. The Indian calendar, much like its Babylonian counterpart, was lunisolar, balancing the cycles of the moon and the sun. But it also incorporated detailed calculations of planetary movements and eclipses, showcasing a deep understanding of celestial mechanics. Beyond its practical applications, the calendar held profound religious and cultural significance. It dictated the timing of festivals, rituals, and auspicious events, weaving itself into the very fabric of Indian society. This reverence for the cosmos, for the intricate dance of celestial bodies, would influence calendars across Asia, leading to variations on the April New Year theme. As we journey further east, we find the legacy of the April New Year vibrantly alive in Southeast Asia. Countries like Thailand, Myanmar, Laos, and Cambodia, influenced by both Indian and Chinese traditions, celebrate this time of year with joyous festivals and ancient rituals. In Thailand, the Songkran festival marks the traditional Thai New Year, a time for family reunions, paying respect to elders, and of course, the famous water fights. Streets transform into watery battlegrounds, symbolizing cleansing and renewal. Myanmar welcomes the new year with Thing Yan, also known as the Water Festival. Similar to Songkran, water takes center stage, symbolizing the washing away of past misfortunes and a fresh start for the year ahead. Cambodia's Chol Chnam Thmay, often coinciding with Thai New Year, bursts with vibrant celebrations. People gather at temples, offer food to monks, and participate in traditional games and dances, honoring their ancestors and welcoming blessings for the future. These festivals, though diverse in their expressions, share common threads: the joy of new beginnings, the importance of family and community, and a deep connection to the natural world. The April New Year in Southeast Asia is a testament to the enduring power of tradition, a reminder that our connection to the cosmos and to each other transcends borders and time itself. Our exploration of calendars takes us now to China, a civilization with a unique and intricate relationship with time. Unlike the solar or lunisolar calendars we've encountered so far, the traditional Chinese calendar is primarily lunar, its rhythms dictated by the cycles of the moon. This means that the Chinese New Year, also known as Lunar New Year or Spring Festival, doesn't fall on a fixed date on the Gregorian calendar. Instead, it drifts between late January and February, determined by the appearance of the new moon. But the Chinese calendar isn't solely focused on the moon. It also incorporates a solar component, dividing the year into 24 solar terms that guide agricultural practices, reflecting a deep connection to the land and the seasons. And then there's the zodiac. The Chinese zodiac, a 12-year cycle, assigns an animal to each year, influencing personality traits and even compatibility. This adds another layer of complexity and cultural significance to the Chinese calendar. Though different in its approach, the Chinese calendar shares a fundamental goal with other calendars: to make sense of time, to find order in the cosmos, and to guide human affairs. Let's fast forward now to ancient Rome, a civilization known for its power, its engineering, and surprisingly, its messy calendar. The early Roman calendar was a confusing mix of lunar months, political meddling, and a general disregard for the solar year. Imagine a year that could have anywhere from 10 to 13 months, with priests and politicians manipulating the calendar for their own gain. It was a system ripe for exploitation and inaccuracy. Enter Julius Caesar. In 46 BCE, with the help of an Egyptian astronomer, Caesar implemented a radical reform, creating the Julian calendar. This new calendar, based on the solar year, had 365 days with an extra day added every 4 years. Yes, the leap year we still use today. The Julian calendar was a major improvement, but it wasn't perfect. It still had a slight discrepancy with the solar year, a tiny error that, over centuries, added up. It wasn't until 1582 that Pope Gregory XIII, guided by astronomical observations, fine-tuned the calendar once more. The Gregorian calendar, adopted gradually by different countries, corrected the Julian calendar's drift and became the global standard we use today. The Roman calendar's journey from chaos to order highlights the ever-evolving nature of our understanding of time and the importance of scientific observation in refining our methods. So, our exploration of calendars now takes us across the Atlantic Ocean to the Americas, where ancient civilizations developed their own, really sophisticated systems for tracking time. The Maya and the Inca, even though they were separated by vast distances, shared a deep reverence for the cosmos and its influence on human affairs. The Maya, who were renowned for their mathematical prowess and astronomical knowledge, created a complex calendar system that actually interwove solar, lunar, and even planetary cycles. Their calendar wasn't just one calendar, but, several, each serving a different purpose. They had a 260-day ritual calendar, a 365-day solar calendar, and a long count calendar that tracked time in cycles spanning millennia. The Maya even tracked the movements of Venus, associating the planet with war and other significant events. High in the Andes Mountains, the Inca civilization developed its own unique calendar system. They observed the sun's solstices and equinoxes, marking key points in the agricultural cycle. They also tracked the phases of the moon and the movements of constellations, incorporating these observations into their rituals and festivals. The Inca calendar, like the Maya calendar, wasn't just about practicality. It was deeply intertwined with their cosmology, their beliefs about the universe, and their connection to the natural world. As we've journeyed through time and across cultures, one question arises: why are there so many different calendars? Why didn't humanity settle on one universal system? The answer lies in the diversity of human experience. Different cultures, facing different environments and challenges, developed calendars that reflected their unique needs and priorities. For agricultural societies, tracking the seasons for planting and harvesting was paramount. Their calendars reflected this, emphasizing the solar year and the solstices and equinoxes that marked key points in the agricultural cycle. Societies with strong lunar traditions, often influenced by the cycles of the moon for navigation or religious practices, developed lunar or lunisolar calendars. The moon's phases became central to their understanding of time. And then there were political and religious factors. Rulers often manipulated calendars to solidify their power, adding or subtracting days to suit their agendas. Religious beliefs, too, shaped calendars, influencing the timing of festivals and holy days. The diversity of calendars is a testament to human ingenuity and adaptability. It reminds us that there's no single right way to measure time, that our understanding of the cosmos is constantly evolving, and that our cultures shape our perception of the world around us. We've explored the origins of calendars from ancient Mesopotamia to the Americas, unraveling the celestial dance that shapes our understanding of time. But one question remains: when is the real New Year? Is it January 1st, the date enshrined in the Gregorian calendar used by much of the world? Or is it in April, when the sun enters Aries, echoing ancient Babylonian and Indian traditions? Or perhaps it's the Lunar New Year, celebrated by over 1 billion people as the moon ushers in a new cycle. The truth is, there's no single real New Year. The concept of a new beginning is a human construct, a way to mark the passage of time, to reflect on the past, and to look forward to the future. The real New Year is whenever it feels right for you. It's a personal moment, a time to set intentions, to let go of what no longer serves you, and to embrace the possibilities that lie ahead. Whether you celebrate with fireworks and feasts, quiet reflection, or a splash of water, the essence of the new year is renewal. It's a chance to hit the reset button, to reconnect with your values, and to step into the next chapter of your life with a sense of purpose and hope. From the earliest stargazers to modern astronomers, humans have always sought to make sense of time's passage. We've created calendars, not just as tools for planting and harvesting, but as ways to connect with the cosmos, to find order in the seeming chaos, and to celebrate life cycles. The New Year, regardless of when or how it's celebrated, embodies this human desire for renewal. It's a time to reflect on the past year's journey, to acknowledge our growth and setbacks, and to embrace the blank slate that lies ahead. It's a time for forgiveness, for letting go of grudges and regrets, and for extending compassion to ourselves and others. It's a time for dreaming, for setting intentions, and for believing in the possibility of a brighter future. The new year reminds us that even in the face of life's uncertainties, there's always hope. It's a chance to start anew, to make amends, to pursue our passions, and to live with greater purpose and intention. So as we've journeyed from the ancient world to the present day, we've discovered that calendars are more than just tools for measuring time. They are reflections of our cultures, our beliefs, and our enduring fascination with the cosmos. From the ancient Babylonian astronomers who charted the stars to the vibrant New Year traditions of Southeast Asia, we've seen how cultures around the world have marked the passage of time and celebrated new beginnings. We've journeyed through centuries of calendar evolution, witnessing the ingenuity and adaptability of humankind in our quest to understand the cosmos and our place within it. The New Year, whether it falls in January, April, or any other time, is ultimately a testament to the human spirit's boundless capacity for renewal. It's a time to reflect, to reset, and to embrace the endless possibilities that lie ahead. So whether you celebrate in January, April, or any other time, the New Year is really about new beginnings.